Enforcement is a male-dominated field, but that doesn't stop women from wanting to protect and serve. The Starkville Police Department has a handful of female officers, and they perform the same duties as their male counterparts. Men and women receive the same training at the police academy, and they're required to meet the same standards. WCBI's Jory Talley live now in the studio to tell us what it's like being a woman in blue. Jory?
Andre and Joey, all equal and no difference, best describes what it's like to be a female police officer. They wear the same uniforms, take the same oath, and protect and serve just like the male officers.
There's no limit just because you're a female. You know, you can do whatever you set your mind to. Just because there is a career or you know, a job that's dominated by a certain sex, it doesn't mean you can't go out there and succeed.
Corporal Crystal Hackett had no idea she would be a police officer until she worked as a dispatcher and realized she wanted to be out in the field.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I was blessed, and the opportunity was there, and I was a single mother with a daughter, and I got in it and loved it, and it worked really well with my military career, so they just kind of lined up together.
Hackett says her transition was smooth, but that hasn't always been the case.
When I first came in law enforcement, having a female officer in your shift was frowned upon, you know, and that was back in the caveman days, of course. But nowadays, the women can do just as much as the men, or better. Matter of fact, I found them to be better officers because they communicate better.
Detective Brooke Carpenter has been a police officer for 13 years and knew she wanted to be one at a young age. She says she does her job just like the men, but sometimes she deals with criminals in a different way.
If we need to tackle him, we can tackle him, but I think we would utilize more of a talking to strategy. That would seem to probably work out better for us than just, you know, brute force until necessary.
Carpenter says one thing she learned early on is that criminals don't care who is trying to cuff them.
They don't want to obey, then they're not going to obey you whether you're male or female. I don't think our sensitivity plays a part in a lot of things, but in a lot of places it does. It helps to bring in a female to kind of diffuse a situation at some point.
Besides being a full-time detective, Carpenter is also a full-time mom to her 10-month-old daughter.
You have to realize that you want to make the world a better place for her and everyone coming up to, you know, to live in it. So, hey, look, get out there, do your thing, get it done, and make things better for your child.
Both Hackett and Carpenter say the best part of their jobs are helping the community. Andre and Joey?